So we had ourselves a game 1, folks. What looked like a complete blowout from the home team Nuggets turned into a dogfight in the last few minutes, as these Lakers are tough and don't give up. But this whole series is about 2 players, Anthony Davis versus Nikola Jokic. Sure, Darvin Ham needs to change his starting lineup to match up better. I might even bench Schroeder and Russell and go with Rui and Vanderbilt for some mobility and length. But let's focus on the marquee matchup, since it appears they're completely different, yet there are some similarities, like elbow touches. Jokic gets way more, and you'll see cutters off of this action. We see the Kings and Warriors run this set all the time with the handoff, reversal, and high post entry. The split screener can go over the top of Jokic here, and AD gets too excited with his hand up, allowing Jokic to step on him and the layup. Watch how Murray's back screen freezes Schroeder for a second to watch for the cutter, as Murray can come up for the handoff with plenty of time to hit the 3, and Dennis is mad Davis didn't step up to contest. There's not nearly as much movement nor cutters in the Lakers offense when AD gets it at the elbow. And this was the moment I started to feel bad for Davis and the Lakers. Without any cutters to distract him, Jokic can key in on Davis's move and swat the weak reverse away. The thing about trying to run high post split cuts versus Denver is that since they run them so much, they know how to defend it by switching with Murray hanging down low to pick up whomever cuts back door. Now they're stuck having to generate something on the fly with the shot clock winding down. It didn't look like a good possession right until the moment the ball somehow banks in from 3. Jokic was clearly trying to tire Davis out in transition. Watch him sprint into a 10-foot lead and it gets him the layup, which he doesn't shoot. And Aaron Gordon, why are you pausing awkwardly on this wide open shot? Check Jokic revving up his engine, beating AD down the court again, leaving little old Austin Reeves to try and box him out, but Davis does get there to swat that soft shot out of there. One thing Jokic must adjust with his defense was his positioning when the ball was on the right wing and Davis was up top. He continued to shade way too far to the ball, and it let AD get behind him for an easy score over a guard who had to rotate, or gives him too much of a runway to get going fast to the hoop without resistance, or just rising up inside the free throw line when they hit him with a quick pass, as Jokic can't hope to recover in time. The reason Jokic's offensive output is more impactful is due to his passing. His 14 assists accounted for 32 additional points. It's a lot of balls going in the basket for one person, so he'd better keep them tidy by using Manscaped. Their Lawnmower 4.0 is both cordless and waterproof, so you can use it in the shower and you won't piss off your wife. They've got a new beard trimmer with an adjustable rotary zoom wheel that has 20 different settings. Use my code BBALL to save 20% off your order, and I'll also make sure to tell Manscaped to give you 2 free gifts. Consider this an assist down low, just like Jokic gets a lot of his dimes in the low post. It was surprising to me to see a double team thrown at him despite AD being in good position. Rui cannot be such a ball watcher as he lets KCP cut right in front of him as Jokic spins baseline to toss the pass. I love how Murray tells everyone to calm down for a step after the post-entry pass before cutting back for the handoff into space, and I like how he makes that last step a little higher and farther to get open for the easy pull to his left. And AD was so concerned with his passing that he leans too hard on Jokic's hip and gets knocked off balance. The footwork is great. The right foot replants for explosion. The left foot pivot might have moved an inch or two, but who's counting? And the left elbow leverages AD right out of the way as it's over by the time the right foot plants. There were a few possessions where AD got the best of Jokic, like this duck in that gets him almost within point-blank range, but Davis just returns to sender with a great block. But in the third, Jokic gets his right shoulder into him this time, using a 5-dribble back down to gently drop the shot in over him. And Davis should be able to pull up from outside 17 feet whenever he wants to for open shots, and Jokic will probably give them to him. But when he tries to roll past him to the basket, Jokic's good hands strip him into a miss. Jokic owned this matchup for most of the night. Even though AD stopped him from getting any closer, there's nothing you can do to stop the Sombor shuffle. And then perfect defense to end the first half, but it didn't matter as Jokic nails this shot in his face. The big adjustment the Lakers made was to put Rui on him in the fourth. It kinda worked, as Davis can shadow him off of Jeff Green, but Jokic rarely misses this off-foot floater when it's this open. Davis must have thought Jeff Green was a complete non-shooter as he shadows Jokic from the block, but once the ball starts moving, Davis never does, as Jeff Green nails the practice shot. Remember, as long as AD's man has the ball, Davis can stand in the lane for as long as he wants. While AD's presence in the lane can surely help stop Jokic from getting it, watch how he clamps AD's arm so he can't go for the block shot. Whoa. When Gordon comes back in, he decided to make AD's life easier by hanging out in the dunker spot. AD waits for 2 legal seconds in the lane before rejecting the shot. I imagine now that Jokic is better prepared, he'd simply pass to Gordon for the dunk here. But as we can see on this play, when he gets the low post touch, Rui does a great job to keep him from backing down, and LeBron crashes down to prevent the pass to Gordon. Either Jokic should have thrown a little bounce pass, or just kick it to the shooter in the corner. So keep your eye out for this matchup and what Ham will do to his starting lineup, because he can't hope to guard Michael Porter Jr. with Austin Reeves, and he might be better off with someone other than AD guarding Jokic.